What's up, everybody? Disconnected. That was like the fucking worst intro ever. Excuse me. What's up, everybody? Disconnected Gamers Podcast. We are back from like
Yeah,
2 weeks. As always, where we reconnect with life and gaming. I'm one of your hosts, Andrew, also known as Javon. With me,
your boy has returned.
he
Your
hath
boy's back.
returned. The prodigal son. Uh,
Yeah,
it's your boy Mike. So
it's your
it
boy.
is episode 73.
hmm
It's
hmm
July 28th. It's a Thursday. We're out of schedule only because my new work schedule is kind of like, hey, we're just going to throw you a couple days off, but whenever you feel like. So
Yeah.
the only cool thing is that I've lucked out and managed to get them, like the last few times I've had like my days off, they've been back to back. So I just get like
hmm
2 days off and then I'm on for like a week and then 2 days off, which is fine, but it's just like it's weird.
Right.
Because like some days it's like I'm off for 2 days and then I don't work until like 6 o'clock the next day, so it's really like 2.5.
Hmm.
Um, but that said, uh, we're doing the podcast. We're trying to keep it going. Like we said before, it's probably only going to be like two a month, just because realistically, time wise,
Life.
scheduling, life, all that ish that people
All
talk
that
about,
nonsense.
adulting. So here's some boring stuff. It's not boring, but it's kind of boring. I finally caved and got a new phone. I got the
About
iPhone.
time.
I got the iPhone SE.
You were due with an upgrade.
Yeah, it had been 2 years and like 2 months because I had called the phone company to be like, hey, how long have I had this phone and like when's all that stuff change? And he was like, oh, literally like next month. And I was
Dang.
like, oh, sweet. So like it was just convenient that I had called right at that time.
Yeah.
Because like and this is like a phone thing. Like if you financed it through like, when you pay like 199 for the phone,
hmm
well, you're paying for the rest of the phone. It's just built into your phone plan. So I was calling to make sure that the phone plan would like they don't know. I mean, I think Verizon's the only one that really still does the like 199 a month.
hmm
199 and you get your phone and then you pay the rest in your phone
You
plan.
basically paid off. Yeah.
Yeah. Um. But so I was calling to make sure that one, we were at the 2 years, and then two, that the amount that we were paying into that for the phone would then be deducted from all bills further, because I'm not going to keep paying for a phone that I've now fully paid for.
Right.
Because basically that's what it is, right? So you
Yeah. No.
go, you're like, hey, I want a phone. They're like, okay, it's 199, and then your phone bill is 45 dollars a month or whatever, but then
Yeah.
it's because 20 of that is your actual phone bill and the other 25 is you paying for that phone.
Paying off the phone. Yeah.
10 months later, that's $250 into a $200 phone. Now that's 450, and then another, you know, whatever, however many months, and then boom, that $700 iPhone is paid for. It's just
Pay for it.
AT&T or Verizon or whomever fronted the money at the
Uh,
front end of it for you.
yeah.
Which none of them really do that anymore. Now it's all just like you just pay monthly for the phone.
Yep.
Which is fun.
Payment
I mean,
plan or whatever.
yeah, exactly. Which is like whatever. I mean, it means you can upgrade your phone. It's that subscription service bullshit that I can't stand. Is really what it is, right? It's just like we
Yeah.
talked about Adobe, and it's like you can't buy the Adobe software anymore. The only way to get it is to do Creative Cloud,
The whole
and that's like
suite, or whatever. Yeah.
exactly. And it's like now I'm just forever going to be paying Adobe for software that I used to just buy once, have for 6 or 7 years, and
And
then
then,
when
yeah.
eventually nobody else was using it and I had no choice, I would then
hmm
cave, buy the next one.
Right.
It's like, oh, you want Spotify? Okay, well there's the like slightly not as great free version, and then you got to pay for it.
Yeah.
Oh, you want Netflix? You got to pay for it. Oh,
Pay
you want
for it.
you want Hulu? We'll give you some, but then you got to pay for it. Like,
Yeah, there's that
I mean, and
two version
those
subscription. I
are
don't know.
those are like designed as subscription based services, but like Adobe is software. Like I could buy the software and have it without the constant updates and the access to all the other programs, and it would be just
It
fine
would,
for
yeah,
several years. Like not
yeah,
enough
yeah.
changes in the course of like a few years with one piece of software that you need to do that.
Mhm.
Like Office 365.
Yeah. It's like I don't need all the huge bells and whistles. Just give me what I need, and
Yeah,
that's
like
call it good.
yeah, can we
Or I'll pay
please?
for that. Like, yeah.
It's
That's
like
so good.
I was thinking about whether or not I'm actually going to renew Xbox Live come November.
Oh yeah, I think mine's up soon too.
Well, my Xbox Live and PS Plus both expire in November, so I have to hit. So I get hit twice, right? I get hit for like
Yeah.
$100 in November because both got to be renewed. Which is, I mean, it doesn't really matter. It's just that I
Right.
don't really use the Xbox that much, and I'm just wondering if
So,
it's worth it. Like, I
eh,
wonder if it's worth it for me to keep it, or if I should just buy like 3 month cards. Do they do 3 month for
yeah.
Xbox Live? And
Yeah.
just maybe
They still do it.
if I can
Yeah.
snag some of those like on the cheaps, perhaps.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because I've been
Use
keeping
one,
an
save the
eye
rest, etc.
I've been keeping an eye on eBay for deals on PS Plus and
Deals.
Xbox Live, and like PS Plus has just been hovering at $38, which is still pretty good. It's normally 50, but I
Right.
just
So the 20.
yeah, it's like I had seen it a couple times for $29, and I should have just friggin' bought it.
Yeah. Bite the bullet and just
Just bite the
take.
bullet, buy it, sit on the
Yeah.
card. Don't apply it to my account
Yeah.
until the
Don't even
time
use
is
it.
up.
Just kind of save it up. Yeah.
But I fucked up. I didn't do it.
Ah.
So that
Well.
was that. But it's like I really don't use the Xbox that much anymore.
Right.
It's basically like I pop in occasionally, grab my free games, and then every once in a while there's games that I get that are either like exclusive to Xbox One or they just have codes for Xbox One, and that's what I get. So in that example, it's like Gigantic is Xbox One and Windows 10. I don't have it or
Right.
I mean it's Windows 10 being PC, so I can play it on my PC, which is fine. But ultimately, I'd rather play it on console, so like I have to have the Xbox for that, and I have to have Xbox Live.
Mhm.
Uh, Tumblestone is another game that I just started playing recently because it just came out on at the beginning of the month,
Yep.
and that is on pretty much everything. It's on PS4, Xbox One, PC via Steam. I think it's on Wii U, and
Yeah.
it's free on Games with Gold right now, the month of
Yep.
July. That's pretty fun. I've got 2 YouTube videos up, and if you're listening to this and you've watched them or you have not watched them, I apologize in advance for why the videos look like they're kind of laggy. It's not that they're laggy, but apparently my computer cannot play that game and capture it at the same time.
Mhm.
So what I'm gonna do is snag it on Games with Gold for free,
Yeah.
faux frizzle, capture the gameplay off the Xbox, and then put those videos up online.
That's a good.
Because I'll
Good
probably
call.
because like generally what I do is I'll just make like 5 or 6 videos. I never actually complete the games and let's plays, and I'm sure anybody who's watched my YouTube videos knows that because at one point like A, I kind of want to move on, and B,
Yeah.
there's like especially with a game like Tumblestone, there is a story, and I'm not discrediting that at all. And it's just that you're gonna watch me play puzzles for hours on end, and at one point you understand what the game is, and you can make the
Go.
decision of whether or not you want to go experience it or you're good, right?
Yeah.
It's like a sports game, right? It's like, would you, I'm sure there are people who do this, but like, would you really want to watch someone play their road to the show on YouTube? Like, would you want to watch them go through that? I personally wouldn't. I'd want to see how the game goes, see the mechanics,
Yeah.
and see the
if it's
beginning
something
end
I
of it,
wanna
and then be
run
like, cool,
into.
I'll grab this. Which
Yep.
which leads me into my next segue of NHL 17 public beta.
Oh snaps!
Yeah, so
Just want to fight people. That's
I completely forgot that I had registered for it, and I don't even remember why I did. Like I must have
It's
seen
just
it.
one thing
I
you
must
check
have
your email and you're like, oh, hey.
because I must have seen it in a tweet or something, or like maybe I got an email about it, and so I was like, oh, whatever. So I registered, and then last night I got home and it was like your NHL 17 beta codes are here, and I was like, what?
Check out on
And
your-
so they give you one code for you and 2 codes for your friends. And so mine were PS4, obviously. I think you could pick if you wanted Xbox One or PS4. And it's a 20 gig download. I managed to download that earlier today, and I played one match in which I got kicked. And I'm not sure if I got kicked or maybe enough people left that it just ended the game. But thankfully, it ended right after I scored a goal. So I was like, it's cool. It's cool, dog. Because we were losing 3-0, and then I fucking straight limp wristed it right into the net. Like, it was like I didn't know how to, because I had it set to the skill stick, which I didn't like in like NHL 14, because I haven't played an NHL game in a while. But like, I didn't really like the skill stick when they implemented it. But like, I understand why a lot of people like it.
Right.
But if you want to go fucking OG, you can set it up for NHL 94 controls where it's literally 2 buttons.
That's the 2 buttons.
Yeah. And I was like, I'm fucking only playing with NHL 94 controls from here on.
Yeah. Does it have a specific name, or is it just you set it yourself?
It's called NHL 94 controls.
Nice.
Yeah, when you open up the thing first. And I mean, it's a public beta, so I assume I can talk about it. If not, like, cease and desist me, EA, whatever. It like asks you all these questions about if you've played hockey games before or you're new to it, and then it like moves to controls, and it's like skill stick recommended, or standard controls or NHL 94 controls, and then when you move from there, it changes to some other type of thing.
So
and
there's
it's
no like tutorial or anything? Or?
Well, no. Once you just set your control scheme up, and then basically then it goes into the
from there.
Yeah, menu of like you can just like do training or like you versus AI.
Okay.
I just straight jumped into a match.
So you don't have to play online then?
No, but I jumped on
in like a
exactly, and we can set up a private lobby and play against each other, which is cool.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
So I did that.
Fight mode.
Yeah, you can. There was a fight in my game.
Turn off penalties and just go to
fucking go to town. It'd be like, what was that NHL hits back in the day?
Fucking skate.
Take the goal. Yeah. Took a guy's skate off and tried to stab him with it.
Yeah, we would always trick the goalie out, but
better luck next year. That wasn't very nice.
Yeah.
Gilmore. I called your name, didn't I? No, you didn't. Yeah, so good. So that's cool. I've only played the one match,
One match.
So I really can't speak to much other than like I'm so lost on the controls that I was just like, well,
the skill stick or
yeah,
just in general.
Just in general. I'm gonna change it from skill stick to like regular controls and then see how it goes. I think it's a learning curve thing since I haven't really played hockey games in such a long time that I need to just like refamiliarize myself with it. Like you know what NHL game was my jam? NHL 07 on fucking PSP.
PSP, really?
Yeah, I used to play the shit out of that game.
Why the PSP version?
Because that was the one that I bought.
Oh, that's one. Okay.
I still have it. Every once in a while, I bust it out and play a few matches. Like, I wish the online still worked because I used to play online and I would just play against people, and it was a lot of fun. I don't think I won a single game, but it was like a really fun game. And it was like, and again, the PSP had like the one stick, and which wasn't really even a stick, and just the one set of shoulder buttons, and it was like that was all you needed for a hockey game, right? That was like you didn't need any of the fancy stuff. It was all about your timing, and if you did like one-timers and stuff, it was good. Right.
There's nothing fancy to it like today's games.
Exactly. So that was that. So if you had registered for the NHL 17 beta, check your emails, and you'll get 2 codes to give to your friends, or check, or fucking sell that shit online,
or that, yeah.
And try not to get caught because you probably get like banned.
Get in trouble, yeah.
Probably get the ban hammer. What do you got? What have you been up to? What have you been playing?
Oh, what's that game? Fury. One of the PS Plus free games or whatever.
Was that last month's?
This month's, I think. Was it?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it was this month's. It's like weird stylized. Uh, it's like a twin stick shooter almost, kind of, but it still has like regular controls. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. It's weird. I
Yeah.
can't get past like the intro part. We get to defeat the jailer, but
Is it
I think
good
it.
though?
No, yeah, it's pretty good. It's just hard.
Okay.
But I like that. That game's pretty good. I would check that out if anyone has PS Plus.
Mm. Yeah, a lot of people were complaining this month because it's what Tricky Towers and
Oh yeah, Tricky Towers and
I gotta go to the PlayStation blog to look it up because I forgot already what the other one was.
what's that other game?
Well, PlayStation blog, you're failing me because you're not loading fast enough.
It's just at the PlayStation blog.
Rebel Galaxy.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. So
Which I've been told is
PS4
like
was Tricky
closest
Towers,
thing.
Rebel Galaxy, Yakuza 5 and Retrograde on PS3, Patapon 3 on Vita, and then Ultratron on PS Vita, PS3, PS4. So wait, what's Rebel Galaxy like?
It's like the closest thing to a Firefly Serenity video game, is what I've been told.
Oh, okay.
So if anyone likes that show and movie, then you'll like the game.
Fair enough. A lot of people in the comment section on the PlayStation blog were like, "This sucks," and I'm just like, eh.
You know,
Like,
you're still paying for the service.
yeah, like you don't have a choice in paying for the service anymore, and you're
Yeah.
never gonna always get free games. But just understand that, part of that money is still going to funding the physical service itself.
hmm
And you can be like, but we didn't used to pay for it. No, you didn't. But now
Yeah,
you
you did.
do.
Yeah. hmm
Too fucking bad. Like,
Yep.
uh, move on down the line.
Yep.
That's one of the things I can't stand is like people complain about it. And it's like, listen, first off, try broadening your horizons. Play the damn game. See if you really don't like it, and then be like,
Yeah.
it wasn't for me. I didn't like it. And then I'd be like, okay, fine. That's there you go. You gave it a shot. You tried it.
Exactly.
No harm, no foul. But
Yeah.
don't write it off if you haven't played it. Like for me, I generally like
I'll
will
download it, try it, and then yeah.
I download them and I usually don't try them, but I don't like complain because I think to myself maybe one day I'll go back and play that game. You know?
Exactly.
Like and at least I made sure I got the license added to my account for it, so
That way,
that
if you
I can
do
just
ever want to try it,
yeah,
yeah.
because it's like I don't want to keep filling my hard drive with all these games that I don't play.
hmm
So I've been going through and trying to like systematically delete stuff I don't play. Like I finally deleted 2K, I deleted Dynasty Warriors, I deleted Battlefield
Jeez.
4 cuz it was like we never play them anymore. Like there's no point. Like
That's true.
I might play like Battlefield the hardline at some point, but even that
Yeah.
it's
I
it's
jumped
just
back
kind
on
of
that because all the DLC was free now,
yeah, like
or the map packs are all free. But
that's like, on a whim. For the most part
yeah,
I do still stick to my mains.
Destiny,
Destiny, Uncharted
Destiny.
4. Destiny, Uncharted 4. Every time Minecraft Story Mode releases a new story, I go play that. Big
Uh,
thanks to Telltale Games, because they hooked me up when Story Mode first came out, and so and again, still can't say it enough how much I really enjoyed Minecraft Story Mode, and if anyone's a Minecraft fan
It's damn good.
or a Telltale Games fan, like it's really good.
I need to
You
go
know,
finish it.
they took a game that had no story but had lots of lore and then made something out of it. Like made something
Yeah,
good out of it, Not to say that
it's
like
true.
vanilla Minecraft is bad, but vanilla Minecraft is effectively a sandbox and you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, if you're
They
not a
they
creator, it's
they
not
took
too.
that and then built this engaging story out of it that still involves some of the typical Minecraft stuff and also the Telltale um
That style they have.
style that they have with it's choose your adventure but decisions you make will have repercussions in the future.
hmm
So
It's true. It's true.
So that's been cool. So I've been like, I'm really happy that, because I think episode 7 is now, it has either been announced or it's coming, or they're like the
And
date
they
is
do have
finally
a
here.
season 2. That's right.
So that part's really good, and I'm super excited about that. Another game that kind of came out of nowhere that I was trying out, and I'm still playing it. I have not finished this, but it's called Lifeless Planet.
I saw
And
you.
yeah, so it's basically the short story about this is that you're this astronaut and you go
Mhm.
to this planet, and your initial research said that the planet was super awesome, super lifelike, and
Ah.
you get there and it is not. It is very
Hmm.
barren. It is very very not good. And so you're wandering around and all this weird stuff is starting to happen, and you're finding that you're definitely not alone there and that other
Uh,
people have been there before.
so is it a horror game?
It's not a horror game, but it definitely has some slight suspense elements, in the sense that like you can die in the game. I mean, you can die from
Mhm.
jumping and just falling too far, but like there are things that can kill you. But it's, from my perspective of it, it's very much like a third person non-action adventure simulator, in the sense
Hmm.
that like there's random things that you have to do to like traverse certain areas, but it's not like super um complicated like platforming stuff. But there is also some exploration that occurs in the game that kind of makes you wonder like what specifically is going on.
Hmm.
And so, like I said, I have not finished it, and I don't really want to give too much in the way of teaser. But you remember the Swapper from
Yeah,
Curve,
yeah.
and how you were
Yep.
like on that planet, and there was all sorts of weird stuff going on.
Mhm.
It's kind of like that. So
Ah.
if you've played the Swapper, or you're familiar with the Swapper and you liked it, I think you will enjoy Lifeless Planet. Now that is not to say that they are that they are identical, but in the way that they play out, they are very similar. Though I feel like Lifeless Planet has a slightly more ominous um, ending, but I can't really say for sure because I haven't hit it yet. It just seems like that might be
Just
what
seems
the
like there's
seems
yeah.
like that might be the case. But it's by Serenity Forge, and they are a small indie studio, and they're really really awesome. So it's very cool.
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, I was it's like $15. And like I've been playing it now. I've played it for like two or three separate occasions, and I've
Hmm.
put a good amount of time. Like I mean, I can't say I've put like 20 hours into it, but like I've probably played it for like at least 10 hours, and I'm not done. Now,
Nice.
again, you do have to remember that that's coming from me, the guy who will spend 4 billion hours searching everywhere within the area that I can, like looking for hidden stuff. So it's
Yep.
possible if you just kind of bang through the story and go just where you need to go and all that stuff, that it's faster.
Hmm.
Your mileage may vary. But
That's
Lifeless
fair.
Planet, it's on PS4. I believe it's on Steam too. To be honest with you, I'm not 100% sure on that.
Sounds like a
It's
good
on
Steam.
yeah, it's on computer. It's you can get it on Steam. Or it's 19.99. Oh, I thought it was 14.99. Maybe
That
it's 14.99 on PS Plus. Yeah, you get it for 25% off. The sale ends August 2nd, so get your copy now.
would
Um,
do it.
for PS Plus members. There you go. So, and it was a Kickstarter game. Cool. I didn't know that.
Oh,
Funded
nice.
with Kickstarter. Um, so yeah, so I was gonna say, so for what I've been playing recently, playing some Destiny, because Uncharted 4. We played that last night. We played GTA 5 last night too for a while.
Yep.
Those what are the stunning stunts or whatever, cunning stunts.
Cunning stunts. Yeah.
Um, And then so Lifeless Planet, I've been trying to get through that. Tumblestone, I've just been I like puzzle games. I don't know, maybe it's just like it's like reverse Tetris is what I
Yeah.
describe Tumblestone as, you know. Um I enjoy puzzle games, so I've been, playing that kind of off and on a
Mhm.
separate file from what I've been using for like the YouTube stuff. And then I have this game called it's called RYB, but it's red, yellow, blue, and
Mhm.
that's on iOS and exclusive to iOS, in fact. And so that one is where you just match colors
Mhm.
on and I met the guy who made it at PAX East this year, and I did not
Nice.
realize he's like a world puzzle master. Like
Wow.
he's like top 10 best
Like a
puzzle solvers in like the world.
records, all that.
Yeah, exactly.
Dang.
And so he made this puzzle game, and some of the initial reviews on it were like, well, there's not a lot of puzzles, and it doesn't explain itself, and it's like that's kind of the point. Like when I talked to him at PAX, he was just like, hey, do you like puzzles? And I was like, I do actually. What do you got? And he's like, I want you to try my game. So I was like, okay, cool. So we had it on an iPad or whatever, and he was like, all right, just go for it. Didn't explain anything to me because that was the idea, was for you to figure it out. Now I understand some people might be like, that sucks. That's a shitty way to you know explain your game to somebody, to be like, figure
Yeah.
it out. But at the same time,
Yeah.
like, there's such a variance between how many people are like, okay, game, stop holding my hand, and then, hey, game, I don't know what to do. Where do I go? How do I do? What do I learn?
Right.
Like,
True.
and he's definitely on the what do I do? How do I go? Where do I learn thing. But it is a really simple kind of concept. You've
Mhm.
got geometric set of geometric shapes in a set, and they can be, red or yellow, or red, yellow, and blue, or red, yellow, and orange, depending on how complex the puzzles get as you go through it. And like your job is to figure out what they are, what the colors are supposed to be. And you know how, like, you ever played Minesweeper?
Yep.
Okay, so, and this might fall on deaf ears because I'm sure there's somebody, probably not, but there's somebody who might listen to this and has no idea what Minesweeper is. And so basically, Minesweeper was this game on Microsoft, like 90 fucking two. It was
Yeah.
like fucking original Microsoft Windows. Um, and basically it was like you put flags on places where there were mines, but the way you would know if there were mines is you would select the it was just like a square tile pattern, and when you click on a tile it would show numbers around it, and those numbers indicated that a mine was touching on X amount of sides of that block.
Mhm.
And so uh the way that red, yellow, blue works is that there are colored dots within the geometric shapes, indicating that that particular color is touching a side of that block. So it's and I don't want to say like reverse this because I said Tumblestone is like reverse Tetris, but I think
Tetris.
I think red, yellow, blue is kind of like reverse Minesweeper,
Minesweeper.
in the
Hmm.
sense that instead of planting mines, you're placing colors based on the subtle hints that you are given to each thing. Um, and then you move from there. The only problem is that the puzzles don't change. So once you've completed all the puzzles in the game, that's it. It's not like they
Huh.
it's not like they rotate and there's some sort of recurring algorithm that the shapes stay the same but the color patterns change.
Right.
Um, which would only really challenge you in a speed type of way, like how fast could you complete them if the colors change but the patterns remain the same.
Mhm.
In the sense that you understand how to complete the puzzle, but now you can't just do it by memory because you have to now look at the colors each time they change. Like, that would be interesting, and perhaps that's what he's going to do with it. I'm not sure, but my thing is it's 99 cents. For 99 cents, if you've got an iPad or an iPhone and you want like a puzzle game to play that's pretty it gets fairly challenging towards the later puzzles, like, it's kind of
Mhm.
worth it. And if you think you might like it and you don't, it's $1.
Oh yeah. Right.
Like, if you buy it for $1 and you don't like it, you can delete it and move on, and it cost you 99 cents, and it's not really a big deal. It's not like a $2.99 or a $3.99 iOS game, like For the buck, I think if you're into puzzle games and you want something that you can kind of just like play randomly, like
Right.
I think it's worth it. So
Nice.
that's what I've been doing. I kind of gave up on the Uncharted game that was on the iPhone.
Uncharted. Oh,
The
like
like
a
the one that you could get like extra boosters and relics and stuff from.
uh,
Yeah,
what was it?
basically what it is you've got like a you've got to like bring Drake to a treasure, but you've got to like avoid obstacles and go in a certain pattern with
So Temple
X
Run.
not Temple Run.
Oh, it's not. Oh, okay.
Because in Temple Run, that's the one where you're just like running straight forward and you got to like swipe left and right to avoid
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, yeah.
No. This is like you're staring at a static screen and you've got like a 10 by 10 grid of squares, and like you drag your finger to where you want him to go
Oh.
and in which path you want him to take to like avoid like
Okay.
dart traps or broken blocks that are going to collapse when he touches them.
Mhm.
And what you've got to do is either get to the treasure or do whatever the things are on that layout to activate the treasure to show up and then get the treasure.
Hmm.
And then when you complete them, you earn keys. If you complete them in a certain amount of moves, you use the keys to open crates from Sully, and those are usually in-game on PlayStation 4 things. So you can open up a thing and it's a mystical booster, or it's, relics, or it's after a certain amount of items that you find in the game, like you get certain character skins and taunts and stuff. So it's cool, but it just kind of got to the point where I was like, you know what? No. I'm
Whatever.
done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Like,
care.
And it was
It became tedious or
it's some
repetitive,
of
or-
them get tedious, and I just was it was one of those things where like at first I was like, this is cool, it'll help me get relics, and then it was one of those things where it was just like, it's not like I don't earn enough
Mhm.
perhaps for me to warrant really continuing with it. So like I left it on my phone, and every once in a while I'll pop in and do a couple, but like I know
Just otherwise, meh.
yeah, like I know Sancho West, he like managed to get like thousands of relics and stuff from playing it, because he just like went through all the puzzles. But I'm like, yo, that some of them are
Nah.
hard, like some of them are really confusing, and I'm just like, all right, maybe I'm just dumb, maybe I'm just stupid, and it's like, nope, I don't get it. So that's and I don't really play a whole lot of iPhone games, but now that I have a phone that doesn't suck,
Right.
maybe I will.
Something to toss on during the break or something.
Exactly, and that's the thing, right? You're on lunch break, you're fucking just whatever. Now I have a phone that doesn't actually take like 10 seconds to do anything, so but that was that kind of thing. The only other thing I wanted to touch on, because Icy Dude had asked this question last night, and it was like, what games are you planning on getting, in the future? Because we got all these,
Yeah.
we got a lot of games coming, and
Yeah.
I started thinking about it, and I was just like, I don't know, because like No Man's Sky is coming out August 9th,
August
so
9th.
that's next month,
Yep.
It's like what, 12 or 13 days away, depending on, is the 31st of this month? I don't even know.
Something like that.
So I think on No Man's Sky, I'm waiting. I'm just gonna wait. I'm gonna let other people play it. And then I'll make my decision then, because it was one of those times where I kind of did the Last of Us thing with it, where I was like excited for it, and then
Oh, yeah,
and then I
eh.
wasn't. But then, like, the more I kept reading about how the game it's so big, you'll never ever see anybody, and then I'm just like, that's not exciting. That's not a good thing. I don't like telling me that the game is so big I might never run into my friends in it. Not a selling point for me.
No, yeah, I want to be able to play a game. With
Like,
my
I want to
friends.
be able to cruise around in space and fuck space monsters up with my bros. All right.
Yeah, right.
I want to take over these planets and where all the space women at, right? Like,
Right.
what's why would you tell me like the game is so big you'll never see anybody? Like, oh, thanks. That
Yeah,
sounds
cool.
like
I'm
fun.
just gonna be alone. You know what? Fuck that. Uno's coming out next month. We're getting that.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'd rather fucking buy Uno. So, No Man's Sky is on the back burner until I see
Yeah,
how
I'm gonna wait.
like because my thing is if all of a sudden people play it and like that turns out to be crap and you can quickly meet up with your friends and do stuff, then I would be way more
Yeah,
into it because I don't like to
right,
play games really by myself unless I'm streaming them and I've got people kind of like experiencing it with me.
right.
No Man's Sky just right now doesn't seem like my
It's not
kind
the
of game.
jam. It
It
won't be
doesn't
the
seem
jam
it
right
doesn't
away.
seem like my kind of game unless the whole meeting up with people is different. So, WWE 2K17 comes out in October. Don't care. Why are these not in order? Okay, dumb. All right, filtered by release date. There we go.
Hmm.
Ollie Ollie Epic Combo Edition also comes out on the same day as No Man's Sky. RIP!
Two.
What?
Was it just a combination of 1 and 2?
Maybe. But I mean, it's coming out on the day No Man's Sky comes out. So RIP!
Yeah, I wonder what game people are gonna get.
Like, it's $30, but probably not a big seller. Let's see. Fucking Formula One. Oh, King of Fighters.
Oh shit!
King of Fighters 14 Burn to Fight Premium Edition. $80.
Side up against fighters.
Too bad James didn't get a PS4. I feel like he would be all about that.
He would be all about that.
Oh, Deus Ex Mankind Divided.
Deus Ex.
That's the remaster, right?
Nope, sequel to Human Revolution.
Oh, okay, so it's actually a new game.
Yeah, it's actually a new game.
Okay. Are you going to get that?
I think so. I think so.
Pass.
I liked Human Revolution. It was frustrating, but I liked it.
Mm.
Like
God
if you hate
Eater.
you hate stealth, then
That was
like
my
it.
thing with it. I could
Say
could
that.
not get used
You
to the
hate
whole.
stealth.
Well, no, I couldn't get used to that particular, like, because it's not Metal Gear Solid stealth.
Oh yeah,
You know, like you have to actually avoid people. Like in
yeah,
Metal Gear Solid, if I'm like, oh, he saw me, like I can
yeah.
just
You
shoot him and just
shoot
move
him in
on.
the face. Yeah,
You know, and then drag his body into a locker. Like no,
yeah. There's
Deus
no
Ex, it was like
repercussions.
no. There's no room for error in that shit.
Yeah, you mess up, you mess up.
So, pass. Regular King of Fighters edition, obviously coming out the same day. God Eater 2, meh. Racing game, nope. Hatsune Miku.
Hatsune Miku, yeah, or Miku,
Whatever.
yeah. Hatsune Miku,
It's an Attack on
Vocaloid.
Titan game.
yeah.
XCOM 2, wasn't that already out? Or is
Nope,
it maybe it's just
not on console.
Oh, not on console. Okay.
Yeah, not on console. It was a PC exclusive, I think. Time PC exclusive.
You getting it?
Nah, I'm not. I'm not big into RTS.
Okay.
At least not that kind of RTS.
Yep.
I don't know. Like it's just not for me. Because I don't care about aliens that much.
Right. Elder Scrolls Online Gold Edition. It's in September. Pass. Psycho Pass, Mandatory Happiness. That looks like an anime game.
It's an anime. It's a what's it called? This. It's like a story
Is
type.
it like Persona?
No. It's not an RPG. It's like a visual novel. There you go.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Batman the Telltale series,
Just
9/13.
gonna have
I gotta. Well, it's a Telltale game, so
Yeah.
I gotta try and see if I can't get the hookup on that because I'd like to try that out.
I'd like to see that stream.
Only because that's the one where you can like choose to play as
Bruce or
Bruce
Batman.
Wayne or Batman, but like you can just not play as Batman like for most of it and see how that
Right.
and like I kind of want to see how that goes when you just like
Fuck fighting
save
crime.
my baby. No, I'm
Yeah.
Bruce Wayne, lady. Sorry.
Bruce Wayne.
Ah, too bad Batman's not around. I think he'd be the
Yeah.
man for the job.
Right.
So that would be
Just wonder how the multiplayer is going to work.
yeah. BioShock collection in September.
Oh shit, that is coming out.
Yeah, 9/13. $60.
Also, if you already own the PC versions of I think 1 and 2, you get the remaster for free.
Wait, what?
If Bioshock 1 and 2 on PC already on Steam, you get the remaster for free. The remastered versions of 1 and 2 for free.
On PC.
On PC, yeah, not
Yeah.
console.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I was like, whoa. How are they gonna?
Console's the
I was
only
like,
one
how are they
that's
figuring
getting
that
the,
shit out?
Infinite remaster.
Yeah. So yeah, there's BioShock, and then oh, that's neat. There's a speaker coming out to attach to the bottom of your control, like because it shows accessories too. Speaker comm for PS4 by Nyko, $24.99. High quality speaker and microphone attachment to DualShock 4 controller. Easy access to push to talk button keeps your hands on the controller. Communicate in comfort without cumbersome and uncomfortable headwear. That's kind of neat.
Interesting. So essentially, a mic you can attach to your
Bottom of your controller.
bottom controller.
It looks like one of those like keyboards that like clicked onto the bottom of your controller, but instead it's a. Okay, this one I just kind of think is dumb. It's an intercooler grip, so it's literally a grip with a fan to keep your hands cool.
Okay then.
Just in case, just in case, maybe,
Right.
maybe a little sweaty, and when you're having those mad sweaty games in Destiny.
It's fair.
We're still in September. Rise of Iron, digital code with Destiny control freak, so that's kind of neat. I will be getting Rise of Iron. That I know. Get my Gjallarhorn. Well, it's only because like I do play Destiny a lot, so it's like one of those things where like I might as well just get it because it's like all the other times I didn't get them at when everybody else did, and then I eventually got them anyways. It's like why wait? It's not gonna get.
We were
cheaper.
all already done. Yeah. By the time you got it, yeah.
It's like it's not gonna get cheaper, so I might as well just go for it. A whole bunch of Lego Dimensions nonsense.
It's true.
Final Fantasy 15.
More packs and stuff. Y'all want Kingdom Hearts 3? Buy every single goddamn copy.
Is that what they said, or is that just what everybody's assuming?
It was a joke that one of the devs made.
Oh.
He was like, yeah, if you guys want to see Kingdom Hearts 3, buy every copy you can.
Rip.
Pretty sure he was serious, though.
Yeah, I know, right? He just kind of was just like, look at my eye. I'm winking.
Please give us money, because we need it to make the game.
And then Tomb Raider, or rather Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Oh, I was like, wait, whoa, Turok. Hold up. What?
Sorry, I wish it was Turok.
Like, oh shit, Turok's back, baby.
He's back.
Actually, he technically is, but
well, it came. They re-released the original Turok on PC.
Yeah.
20-year celebration edition. Is it just Is it just the rise of the Tomb Raider game?
But with extra DLC and all that nonsense. Yeah.
Cool. I'll probably get that. I really enjoyed the first new Tomb Raider because I got it. It was free on Games.
Oh yeah, the reboot or whatever.
Yeah, because it was free on Games with Gold, and I was like, this is actually like really good. And that's the other thing is that PlayStation VR will be coming out in October. So all the VR games are listed here, like Riggs, $50, PlayStation VR Worlds, $40, Batman Arkham VR, $20. It's actually pretty good. Battlefield 1 Early Enlister Deluxe Edition. Battlefield 1. The Last Guardian, October 25th.
Wow.
It's getting there. We're getting there.
Yeah.
Titanfall 2 Strategy Guide. Does that mean Titanfall 2 is coming out? Yep. October 28th.
Strategy guides?
Yeah. I believe Brady Games is still like the making like for the main titles. But yeah, Titanfall 2 is in October as well. That's pretty dope.
Get that.
And
then what everyone gets.
Yeah, and then Infinite Warfare plus Modern Warfare 2, $80.
That bullshit.
You know what though? But after watching that demo at E3, I was like, let's go. Space. Guns in space.
Well, it's more so the Modern Warfare remaster. Because it's the full game but not full multiplayer, something like that. Something like that. Maybe. And you have to have
the multiplayer. I think the multiplayer for Modern Warfare is on the Infinite Warfare engine, so you need to have Infinite Warfare to do it. But I actually think Infinite Warfare is gonna be pretty dope, so I'm actually gonna
I'll wait. If you actually get it, then maybe.
I'm probably gonna get it.
That'll convince me to
I
get it.
think I do well when I buy a Call of Duty and then skip a couple and then buy it, right? Because like my Xbox
That's
One
fair.
came with Advanced Warfare, and like I
No
play
shit.
that, and tons of people still play it, so it's actually still pretty fun. I just kind of
Mm.
hate all the spacey wall jumping, running nonsense. Like, just stand there and shoot at me, all right? Because I need to shoot. I need to.
Yeah, they
Can't be doing
try
all
to change.
kinds of things.
Yeah, I'm all for changing your game up, but don't make it stupid.
Yeah, so we'll see what Infinite Warfare is all about. But
That's fair.
the space stuff looked cool. I want to fly a space ship and then shoot guns at people.
Yeah, I guess you do get to customize your own ship, so I'm all about customization.
And then you got Watch Dogs 2, which I know my boy Avery's probably gonna get.
I might get it. I might
It's
get
in November. I'm just gonna wait just because it's Ubisoft.
it.
I
Fair.
like it. Just
Fair. That's
nope.
fair.
Sorry.
No, I get it. That's fair. That's fair.
Um, and then I mean I don't know what else is. I'm just like literally going through the list on GameStop to see what's okay. So Gravity Rush 2 is in
Oh, yeah,
December, December 2nd.
oh shit. Happy Rush.
South Park, Fractured Butthole. I know it's too good.
God damn it.
And then I wonder if these games actually release on December 31st or they're just placeholder dates.
Placeholder.
Because like Dead Island
Most
2 is
likely.
Dead Island 2 is 12/31.
I thought they lost the Deb or something like that.
No idea.
don't know.
Styx Shards of Darkness is 12/31, but it's just a black box art. Whatever Mark
Hmm.
McMorris Infinite Air is 12/31, and then Road Rage, also Hitman Full Experience, whatever the hell that is.
The full Hitman game instead of what they have going on now, where you
Mhm.
get each separate episode.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Batman
Kill Gary
Return.
Busey.
Yeah, exactly. Like Batman Return to Arkham 12/31, Resident Evil 4 HD 12/31, Ride
Nice.
2 12/31, Warhammer 40,000 12/31. Yeah, there's a lot of games that I got to imagine these are just placeholders.
Placeholder dates. Yeah. Sounds like it.
Kingdom Hearts HD 2.8 is 12/31.
I know that's not a placeholder. That's a legit date.
Oh, okay. And then Sword Art Online is also 31st.
Another new one?
Hollow Realization.
Hmm.
So that's a pretty like there are a good amount of like fucking Persona 5, 21417. Let's go.
Isn't that Valentine's Day?
Yes.
Haha, I know what I'm doing. Persona 5.
Playing with myself. Oh.
Oh.
Cuz it's a single player game.
Yes.
Yeah, and then yeah, it's like and then all of a sudden the list just changes to Tekken 7 33117, which maybe that's real, but then Detroit is listed as 12/28/17. God of War
Really?
12/28/17, Days Gone 12/28/17. Like none of those games are coming out at those times.
No. No.
Those are placeholder dates. But for what it's worth, the next 5 months or so are actually going to be pretty good. And actually, so you remember Hydro Thunder?
Yes, I
The
do.
arcade
Oh,
game?
Riptide?
Riptide GP Renegade came out. It came out like last week or a week ago.
Watch the
And
best friends play it.
yeah, I gotta look into
It's
that.
Looks
Because
good.
I saw some people complaining that it didn't look very good, and when I played it at Prime, it looked awesome. So I was like, I hope it didn't take a dig
It
in.
literally looks like an arcade game, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah, like
I'm totally okay with that.
so we'll see. But
So.
that's on my list of like when I get some free time, probably
Mhm.
gonna pop into that one, give it a shot, see what it's like, talk to the peoples, walk around, get some shoes.
Just
Never been
walking
about
around.
Gator never been about playing no shit.
You feel me?
You feel me? Whose baby is that? Who's the man that did that to you? It's too good. But that's kind of it. That's kind of all I got. The last episode we had Theo from Leaping Tiger on, and we talked a lot about Pokemon Go,
Oh,
and
shit.
we also talked about the CS:GO skin gambling fiasco.
Oh, yeah. Heard
That-
about that.
That whole nonsense, and that's still going on, and I'm not shocked that it's still going on, but it's just like I just want to see what happens, you know?
Hmm.
Because what I would love, like, because there's another thing that I would love to know whatever happened to it, and I'm probably going to research this after we end this podcast. But remember the girl who ended up like having to like lose her Twitch account in a divorce?
Oh yeah, we were talking about that during like Division.
Yeah, exactly. Like I don't know whatever happened with that, and so like I
Mhm.
want to go and like double research that and see like whatever came of it, because that was one of those things where it like sets a really weird precedent for the future. If your Twitch stream is considered like property that you would have to like split in a divorce in terms of like assets. So I am kind of curious if
Yeah,
I go like dig around on Twitter or something, if I can get some answers. I always find that if you really are curious about what's going on between like gaming people on the interwebs, like yo, just
you'll find out.
go start fucking digging through people's tweets, and you'll probably find it. And it's not really stalking because it's Twitter and it's public.
True.
But like I'll always just like, you know, especially with the CS:GO thing, it was like, you know, go to the Twitters of those people that are involved, and then start reading the tweets that they send to other people, and then like looking at the thread and seeing like what the discussion was. And
Right.
is it gonna give you all the answers? No,
No.
but perhaps it might paint a slightly broader picture that you might not have
Right.
seen before. And that's all.
Exactly.
That's all I'm really getting at is
Get a better idea.
just get a better idea, get a little more information. I
Yeah.
know a lot of people are
It's true.
very quick to make judgments, and my thing is like, yeah, I'm not affected by most of these types of things that happen. So my
No.
thing is just like sit on the outside, watch it go on, and then wait to see what the finale is. Like I want to know what
Yeah.
the end resolution is for these things. Like I want to know what's
Right.
going to happen to these CS:GO guys more than anybody else. But like, do I immediately think like they need to serve jail time? No, I think, and I said this before, probably during a stream, like if the punishment for what they are being found guilty of is jail time, then yes, I think they should face the jail time.
Yeah,
Like I don't
it's
think they
crime.
should get out of it because they are, you know, public figures or some shit like that. Like my whole thing is that like if what they are found guilty of, the punishment for that crime is to spend time in jail or to be fined or to lose money, like you should do those things. Like I don't think you should get a pass. And especially where we're talking about potentially large sums of money, my guess is that is what they'll get. They'll just get fined. You know, they probably won't
Right.
face jail time, but who knows? I mean, people
Depends on how foul it is, I guess.
right, and how pissed the judge is, right? You know, the judge,
Yeah.
if it goes to trial or whatever, and the judge is like, "Yo, you scammed a ton of people out of money in a really,
Yeah, done
really
too.
like mischievous way. I'm
Mhm.
throwing the book at you, like,
Mhm.
you know."
It's true.
The
Yeah.
one thing that is actually kind of frustrating is, and it's not in a jealousy way, but it is in
Mhm.
a way that I think in sometimes is bad taste, is the way that some of these people on the gaming community flaunt the money that they have.
Yeah.
Because some of them have absolutely earned it through a lifelong career, and they've worked
true.
really hard, and they make a lot of content. Totally have no problem
Right.
with that.
No. Yeah.
But
Don't
then there's
judge.
like,
I don't judge them.
then there's a ton of people who are just like, yo, I just bought this sick new car just because. And I'm like, I don't see how you could possibly have made that much money from what it is that you're doing. Which
Yeah.
could be ignorance on my part, and maybe I just don't see the other side of whatever it is they do, or perhaps they have money because maybe their family has money, right? Like maybe it's not their money that they're dicking around with, which is also fine.
Still.
Yeah. I love hustle, and I love people who become successful through hard work, and I love to see them doing well.
Right.
What annoys me is when seemingly it's someone who has not really made
Put the work in.
who's not put the work in and somehow has all this money, and I'm just like, it's
You
not
didn't
like,
deserve that.
Well, it's not so much that they didn't deserve it. I don't want to say that, but it's you're showing off for things that you didn't necessarily have to work nearly as hard to earn as other people might.
Right.
Like, you know,
That's fair.
it's like the
That's
you know
true.
the wealthy kids that you knew in grade school who always had the fucking newest everything, and they always stuck it to you, rather than like the one kid who came in and was super psyched because he managed to get this thing, and you were like, oh, dude, that's wicked awesome. Like, I don't feel that what you're doing is pretentious because I understand that you came from a place where that's not commonplace for you. Whereas Joe Schmo over in the corner, walking around with his goddamn light-up shoes, in his Tamagotchis,
Tamagotchis,
all the cool Beanie Babies, all that shit. Like that just kind of annoys me. Like, I don't mind. I don't mind if people flaunt money if it's at least visible that they've earned it. And I mean, maybe I'll catch flack on that because people might be like, maybe you haven't spent enough time researching them. And it's like, yeah, but if if all you're posting on social media is like all of the fucking sweet shit you have, and there's not a whole lot of like spent 4 hours doing this stuff today, or like, yo, here's me at my editing studio making videos or some shit. Like, it doesn't appear that you do that stuff. And maybe that's all you want to use social media for, is to kind of like flaunt it. But I'm not about that life.
Nah, not about that life, champ.
But that's where I'm going to end it. So I'm going to call it. That's where I'm going to call it good. So
that's fair.
If you'd like, you can check out our YouTube channel. I've been trying to start adjusting into my schedule and upload more gaming videos. That's youtube.com/c/thedgcast. You can follow us on Twitch, twitch.tv/dgcasttv. Again, same deal. As I work around my my new schedule, I will be trying to stream a bit more often and hang out with the peeps. You can follow us on Twitter @thedgcast. And if you're going to PAX West, I want to say PAX Prime. If you're going to PAX West, I will be moderating 2 panels on Friday, the first day of PAX West. If you're interested, one is about positivity in gaming. It's the same panel that I did with some really awesome people at PAX East earlier this year. We are basically just doing part 2, and we're going to continue the discussion in Seattle. So if you're at all interested and or going to PAX West, feel free to keep that one in the back burner. The second panel that I'm moderating on is about the Destiny community specifically, and on Twitch, and why it's a really great place. And I say that knowing that someone's going to be like, oh, it's not that welcoming, but there's always bad sides to every community, but I think that the Destiny directory on Twitch does a really good job. So I've got a good lineup of some Destiny streamers, and we're gonna have a really good discussion. And if you're at all a Destiny fan, definitely that's another one you want to keep on the books. So with that, we will hopefully be back in another 2 weeks or so with another podcast talking about what we've been playing. And, I again appreciate you guys sticking out.
It's true.
Checking out all the stuff, listening to the podcast. I do see that we still have some consistency in the download. So whoever's still subscribed to us, you guys are awesome. I really appreciate it. And I think that'll do it. So, as always, this has been the Disconnected Gamers Podcast. Thanks for listening. And we will catch you.
The flip.